Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Chapter 35.
General Zhao Yun.
So yeah.
The text specifically calls him a cautious person, and that explains his sheer diligence,
Okay.
He figures out Liu Bei's vanished, takes his 300 soldiers, confronts Cai Mao directly.
Wow, confront him directly.
Yeah. Checks the large stream to Dashi for tracks, even questions the city guards,
The guards who claimed Liu Bei just vanished.
the ones who claimed he flew out West Gate, which sounds pretty suspicious.
Definitely.
So this isn't just loyalty we're seeing, it's sharp, active suspicion of Cai Mao. He knows something's wrong.
And what about Liu Bei himself, his personal experience, that legendary leap across the stream? The text says he clears this wide ravine feeling like drunk, like crazy. It sounds almost impossible.
It really does. A moment of sheer desperation, almost like an out-of-body experience.
So how does he process that, surviving something like that?
Well, what's fascinating and really key is how he interprets it. Right in that moment of near death,
Yeah.
he immediately thinks, this is heaven's will.
Destiny again.
Exactly. This idea of fate, divine intervention. It's not just a passing thought for him. It's a recurring theme. It shapes how he sees his struggles, his successes, everything.
So it's like this brush with death just cemented that belief.
I think so. It reinforces his sense that he's meant for something more, perhaps, that he's protected.
Okay, so after this incredible escape, Liu Bei's now alone. He's riding south towards Nansang, sunsetting. Must be feeling pretty low.
Utterly alone, you'd imagine, yeah.
And he sees this simple shepherd boy on an ox, just playing a flute, looking carefree. Liu Bei even sighs, I'm not as carefree as he.
A moment of quiet reflection.
But then something totally unexpected happens, right?
It does, and this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This village boy, who you'd think is completely oblivious.
Yeah, just a kid on an ox.
He actually recognizes Liu Bei, asks him straight up if he's Liu Struande.
His courtesy name.
Right. Who defeated the Yellow Turbans.
Wait, hold on. This random shepherd boy knows Liu Bei's courtesy name and his past exploits.
And not just that. He gives this incredibly specific description.
What does he say?
7.5 feet tall, hands reaching his knees, eyes able to see his own ears.
Whoa, that's
No.
detailed.
And calls him a hero of the age. That's apparently how the boy identifies him.
That's almost uncanny. How on earth does a kid in the middle of nowhere know all that?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really challenges our assumptions about who holds knowledge, where wisdom comes from.
So what's the explanation?
The boy reveals he often attends his teacher.
Yeah.
He hears guests talking about Liu Bei.
Okay, so he's overhearing things.
Exactly. And then he drops the name. His teacher is Sima Hui, courtesy name Dick Tao from Jura.
Sima Hui, isn't he known as?
Master Water Mirror. Yes.
Wow, okay.
So it's this subtle but really powerful reveal. Profound wisdom can be found in unexpected places. And sometimes the most vital info comes via the least likely messenger.
So Liu Bei naturally goes to see him. He gets to Water Mirror's thatched hall. And the description of the place...
Yeah, it's evocative, isn't it?
Shelves full of books, pine and bamboo outside, a zither on a stone bed. It exudes this pure aura.
Sets the scene perfectly.
Yes.
It's clearly a place of wisdom, almost spiritual.
And Water Mirror himself, he knows things instantly.
Pretty much. His perception is immediate. He says straight out, you fortunately escaped a great disaster today.
Even though Liu Bei tries to downplay it, saying he just happened to pass by.
Exactly. Liu Bei tries to be casual, but Water Mirror sees right through it. Liu Bei then has to recount the whole ambush story from Shangyang.
So Water Mirror just knew.
It shows that deep insight. A truly wise advisor doesn't always need the full story spelled out. They perceive.
And Water Mirror doesn't waste time with pleasantries either. He challenges Liu Bei directly.
He does. Asks him, point blank, why someone with his great name is still down on his luck and without suitable help.
Ouch. In Liu Bei's response.
He blames unlucky fate. Sort of feeling sorry for himself, maybe.
How does Water Mirror take that, blaming fate?
He just dismisses it, says
Yeah.
quite emphatically, it's because you don't have the right people around you.
So it's not fate, it's personnel.
Precisely. And this is such a crucial turning point, a real masterclass in, talent assessment.
So he critiques Liu Bei's team.
Oh, yeah. A sharp critique. He looks at the civil advisors. Sun Qian, Mizu, Jianyong.
Yeah. What about them?
Calls them pale-faced scholars. Basically says they're not the talents needed to govern the world.
Parched. And the military guys, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun, they're legendary warriors.
He acknowledges that, calls them enemies of 10,000 men, incredible fighters.
But
But he says they lack someone to use them well. There's no strategic mind guiding their strength.
so raw power isn't enough. You need the brains behind it.
That's exactly his point. Loyalty and strength are great, but Liu Bei needs a different kind of talent, strategic genius to truly succeed.
That's a pretty tough assessment for Liu Bei to hear about his closest companions.
It must have been. But Watermere is trying to wake him up, I think, to make him see what's missing.
Does he offer any hope? Like, where can Liu Bei find these people?
Yes, he does. He quotes Confucius, actually. In a village of 10 families, there must be loyal and trustworthy people, meaning the right people are out there. They exist. Liu Bei just needs to know where to look and maybe what to look for beyond just loyalty or fighting skill.
Okay, so the talent exists.
And this leads right into the next crucial part.
Yeah.
Water Mirror introduces this local nursery rhyme from the Duxiang region.
The prophecy.
Exactly. It's pretty cryptic. It goes something like, in 8 or 9 years, decline begins. By 13 years, nothing remains.
Okay, sounds ominous.
Then, in the end, heaven's mandate has a return. A coiled dragon in the mud flies to the sky.
A coiled dragon flies to the sky. That sounds more hopeful.
Very. And Watermere immediately decodes it for Liu Bei.
Right. So what does it all mean?
He breaks it down. Decline begins. That refers to Jian 8th year, when Liu Biao, the regional warlord Liu Jinsheng, lost his first wife. That apparently started all the family chaos and decline in his power.
Okay, so that part's already happening or just happened.
Right. Then nothing remains. That means Liu Jinsheng himself will die soon, and his whole structure, his officials, will scatter.
A power vacuum.
Exactly. And then the final part. Heaven's mandate has a return. Dragon flies to the sky.
Let me guess. That's Liu Bei.
Watermere declares it applies directly to Liu Bei. He is the coiled dragon waiting to rise.
Wow. So it's not just advice, it's a prophecy about his destiny linked to finding the right people.
Precisely. Watermere tells him, today, the world's extraordinary talents are all here. You should seek them out.
He must have been desperate to know who they were, does he ask?
Immediately. Where are these talents? Who are they?
And does Watermere tell him?
This is the big reveal. Watermere says, crouching dragon and fledgling phoenix.
Crouching dragon, fledgling phoenix.
Gain one, and you can pacify the world.
Just one of them is enough.
That's the claim. Gain one, and you can pacify the world. Huge potential.
So who are they? Does he name them?
He claps, laughs, says, good, good,
Yeah.
when Liu Bei presses him.
Tease.
Exactly. He holds back the names, invites Liu Bei to stay the night, says he'll tell him in the morning.
Ah, leaving him hanging. What a cliffhanger.
A brilliant move, really. It's not just giving information. It's planting this seed of strategic ambition,
Yeah.
making Liu Bei really want it. Liu Bei is deeply troubled. Can't sleep. He's mulling over what Xiang He said earlier about Fulong, Crouching Dragon, and Fenchu, Phoenix Fledgling.
These figures are massively important to him, aren't they? He feels like they're the key.
Exactly. But he can't figure out who they are. And the weight of needing the right advisors, it's really pressing down on him.
And it's right then, late at night, there's a knock. Sima Hui lets a friend in. Liu Bei, being cautious, he listens in secret.
And he overhears this visitor just laying into Liu Biao. A really sharp critique.
What was it again? Something about recognizing good and evil.
Yeah, good at recognizing good, but unable to employ it. And good at recognizing evil, but unable to remove it.
Yeah.
Brutal, like you said.
Wow. What does that tell us? About leadership, I mean, and what Liu Bei's actually looking for.
Well, it gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough to just see talent or problems. You have to act. Liu Biao's flaw is that inaction.
Okay.
So Liu Bei is hearing this and likely thinking, that's not the kind of leader I want to be. And also, I need people who can help me act. It defines the kind of counselor he seeks. Someone decisive, someone effective.
That makes sense. And then the visitor adds something even more intriguing.
Oh yeah, the line. Heroes and brave men are right before your eyes. You just don't recognize them.
Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Liu Bei must be thinking, who? Who is it?
Definitely. He's convinced this visitor must be one of the sages.
Yep.
Fulong or Fenchu. He wants to rush out, but holds back. Doesn't want to blow his cover, maybe, or seem too desperate.
So he waits. And then morning comes, he asks Sima Hui about the visitor.
And poof, gone. Sima Hui says he left to find a bright lord.
Ah, the classic elusive sage trope. And Liu Bei presses him, right? About Fulong and Feng Chu.
He does. But Sima Hui just laughs it off, keeps saying, good, good. Very playful, very ambiguous.
What's the point of that, do you think? Just teasing him?
It definitely builds the suspense.
Right.
For Liu Bei, and for us reading it, it makes these sages seem almost mythical. And then Sima Hui refuses to join Liu Bei himself.
Right. He says someone 10 times better will come.
Exactly. Someone 10 times better than me will come to help you. He basically tells Liu Bei, keep looking. You're on the right path, but you haven't reached the destination yet. He really locks Liu Bei into this quest.
So Liu Bei's got this prophecy buzzing in his head, renewed purpose, but then, boom, reality hits.
Right. Just as they're talking, chaos outside the village.
It's Zhao Yun.
Yeah, Zhao Yun arrives with hundreds of men looking urgently for Liu Bei, warning about trouble back in Xinye. It just snaps us back to the constant danger Liu Bei is in. His search for advisors doesn't happen in a vacuum.
It really grounds the story, that constant threat. But there's a nice moment, too, isn't there? On the way back.
There is. They run into Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, his sworn brothers. That reunion, amidst all the tension, it underscores the loyalty he does have. His core team is strong.
That loyalty is so central to his story. Okay, so they get back to Xinye, and Liu Bei tells them about the Tan Creek incident.
The famous leap, yeah, where his horse, Dilu, miraculously saved him from Cai Mao's ambush.
And Sun Qian, his advisor, has some pretty smart advice here. What does he suggest?
Sun Qian says, write a letter to Liu Biao. Tell him everything Cai Mao did.
Why was that the move? Seems risky.
It was shrewd because it forced Liu Biao's hand. He couldn't ignore a direct accusation like that. It brought the whole scheme out into the open, couldn't be swept under the rug.
And Liu Biao explodes, right? Orders Cai Mao killed.
Instantly furious. But then Lady Tai, Liu Biao's wife and Cai Mao's sister, rushes in, tears flowing, pleading.
Politics and family ties complicating things.
Exactly. And Liu Biao is still angry, but Sun Qian steps in again. He warns Liu Biao basically, if you kill Cai Mao now, Imperial Uncle Liu Bei might not feel safe here anymore.
Ah, the practical consideration. Can't alienate your powerful guest, even if his potential assassin is your brother-in-law.
Precisely. So Cai Mao is spared, just gets a telling off.
Yeah.
It shows the really complex web of power, politics, and family Liu Bei is navigating. Sometimes keeping a fragile peace is more important than immediate justice.
It's messy. And right after this, Liu Biao sends his son, Liu Qi, to apologize.
His eldest son, yeah. Liu Qi shows up and he's distraught.
He confesses everything, doesn't he? About his stepmother, Lady Tai, plotting against him. He's desperate for Liu Bei's help.
Completely. He's weeping, asking Liu Bei what to do. And Liu Bei's advice is, well, it's very Liu Bei.
What does he say?
He tells Liu Qi simply, exercise caution and filial piety, and no harm will befall you.
Huh. Just be careful and be a good son. In the middle of all these plots, what does that tell us about Liu Bei?
It says a lot about his core values. He doesn't offer some complex political maneuver. He advises personal integrity, caution, and virtue filial piety as the best defense. It's about inner strength, character as a shield. It really reflects his own moral compass, even if it's maybe not the most aggressively strategic advice.
It definitely highlights his focus on righteousness. Okay, so Liu Bei has dealt with that family drama. He's heading back into Xinye proper.
And then he hears it, a song, coming from the marketplace.
And it's not just any song. It's pretty intense. Can you remind us of the lines?
Sure. This singer goes, heaven and earth overturn, fire about to perish, the grand mansion about to collapse, a single log cannot support it.
Wow. Heavy stuff for a market tune.
It gets better.
Mm-hmm.
There are wise men in the valleys wishing to serve a bright lord. The bright lord seeks the wise, but does not know me.
Okay, that gets your attention, especially if you're Liu Bei right now. What's he thinking?
His first thought has to be, is this one of them? Is this Fu Long or Feng Chu, singing right here in the street? The timing, the lyrics.
Yeah.
It feels like destiny calling.
So he goes straight over, no hesitation this time.
Right. Finds the singer, who introduces himself as Shan Fu from Yingcheng. And Shan Fu admits something quite clever.
What's that?
He says he sang the song specifically to get Liu Bei's attention.
Huh. Okay, so this guy isn't just waiting to be discovered. He's proactive, strategic.
Definitely shows his mind right away. And then he immediately asks to see Liu Bei's horse.
The famous Dilu?
Exactly. Shan Fu recognizes it instantly, and he brings up its reputation, a fantastic horse, a 1,000-mile horse, but also cursed, harms its master.
Right, the here curse. Brings bad luck or danger to the rider.
So Shan Fu then offers, well, a solution.
Oh boy, this is the big one, isn't it? What's the cure?
It's shocking. Shan Fu says basically, find someone you dislike, an enemy maybe, give the horse to them. Once it harms them, the curse is broken, and then it'll be safe for you to ride.
Whoa. Okay, that is something else. How does Liu Bei react? He's known for his benevolence.
It's immediate and dramatic. The text says his face changes color. He flat out rejects it.
What does he say?
He says, "You just arrived, and instead of teaching me the righteous path, you teach me to do things that benefit myself by harming others. I dare not listen to such teachings." Very firm, very clear.
That is a defining moment, that rejection, that moral line. Why is that specific reaction so crucial for understanding Liu Bei?
Because it confirms everything we're meant to believe about him. His virtue isn't just talk. When faced with a genuinely tempting, pragmatic, but morally wrong solution, he doesn't hesitate. Righteousness over personal gain, even safety. It solidifies him as that virtuous leader archetype.
So why did Shanfu even suggest? Was he just testing him?
That's exactly what he says next. He laughs and admits it was a test. He'd heard about Liu Bei's famous benevolence, his kindness, but wanted to see it for himself.
A pretty bold way to test a potential employer.
It really is. And then Shanfu reinforces it. He quotes a local song the people in Xinye apparently sing about Liu Bei.
Ooh, what's the song?
Something like, "Xinye's governor, Lord Liu Bei. Since he arrived, the people are prosperous." It shows Liu Bei's goodness isn't just an abstract idea. It has real, tangible effects on the people he governs. His reputation is earned.
So Liu Bei passes the test with flying colors. What happens then?
Liu Bei, impressed by Shanfu's insight and satisfied about his own character being recognized, immediately appoints him, makes him his military advisor on the spot.
A major turning point. He finally gets a key advisor, and it happens right after this intense moral challenge.
It feels very earned, narratively speaking. Cao Cao, he's just finished his campaign in Jizu. He's back in Zhushang.
And he's already got his eye on the next prize, Jingzhou. Big target.
Yeah.
But he doesn't just charge in. He needs to test the waters first.
Precisely. It's a calculated move. He sends Cao Ren and Li Diana to experienced commanders, plus 2 generals who just surrendered, Lu Kuang and Lu Xiang. They get 30,000 troops, set up shop in Fancheng. It's about reconnaissance, really.
Probing for weaknesses, like you said. The text calls it ising, right, gathering intel.
Exactly. It's positioning, setting the stage.
Okay, but then things take a turn. These 2 new guys, Lu Kuang and Lu Xiang, they step up.
They do. And it's quite something. They basically volunteer to lead 5,000 elite soldiers.
Huh?
And bring back Liu Bei's head.
Just like that. Talk about eager to please. They even say they haven't earned any merit yet. They want to prove themselves.
Very much so. And Cao Ren, he says yes. Green lights their plan.
Is that smart, though? Or is he maybe underestimating Liu Bei? Maybe misjudging these defectors?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It could be calculated, using their ambition. Or it could be arrogance. Cao Ren just had a big win. Maybe he thinks Liu Bei's forces are nothing. And these guys are so eager, maybe their judgment is clouded, you know?
Yeah, eagerness doesn't always equal competence. A risky move by Cao Ren, potentially. So, meanwhile, word gets back to Liu Bei and Xinye. The enemy is coming. What does he do?
He does what any smart leader does. He talks to his advisor. In this case, the brilliant Shanfu.
And Shanfu's first reaction is key, isn't it?
Absolutely crucial. He says, "Du call du. Don't let them cross the border. Don't even let them in."
So not just sit back and defend.
Yeah.
Take the fight to them immediately.
Exactly. It's aggressive, proactive, crush them before they can even get set up.
Okay, so how does he propose doing that? Because Liu Bei doesn't have 30,000 troops, right?
No, he doesn't. So Shanfu lays out this, well, incredibly clever tactical plan, a 3-pronged attack. Guan Yu takes troops, hits the enemy center from the left flank.
Okay.
Zhang Fei takes another force, swings around, hits their rear from the right flank.
Got it. Enveloping them.
Pretty much. And Liu Bei himself, he takes 2,000 soldiers, along with Shanfu and the great warrior Zhao Yun, and meets the enemy head-on. Frontal assault, but as part of the bigger trap.
Wow, that's intricate, coordinated, using the terrain, ambushes. It sounds brilliant on paper.
It is. It shows deep understanding of his commander's strengths, too. Guan Yu for the main clash, Zhang Fei for the shock attack from behind, Zhao Yun for the spearhead.
All right, so Liu Bei goes with the plan. He leads his 2,000 out. What happens next?
They march out. And pretty soon, Lu Kuang and Lu Xiang appear with their 5,000 troops. Cocky, probably. Liu Bei challenges them. Lu Kuang identifies himself, ready for his moment of glory.
And then?
Then Zhao Yun happens. He just charges. It's described as just a few passes, not even a long fight, one spear thrust. Lu Kuang is dead, falls right off his horse.
Whoa, just like that. Talk about a shock to the system for the enemy.
Absolutely. Instant disarray, and it shows the power of these legendary individual warriors, right? One man can change the immediate dynamic.
Definitely. So Lu Quan is down. Liu Bei's men surge forward. What about Lu Xiang?
He sees his brother fall, sees Liu Bei's troops charging. He panics, turns tail, and runs.
But Shan Fu planned for this, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Liu Xiang flees right into the first ambush. Guan Yu's forces just appear. The text says they cut down more than half of Liu Xiang's remaining men, just decimated them.
Ouch. But Lu Xiang gets through.
He manages to break free, somehow. But where does he run? Right into the second ambush.
Zhang Fei.
Zhang Fei, waiting for him, with that famous roar, spear ready, no escape this time. Zhang Fei kills Liu Xiang on the spot.
Man, flawless execution. The enemy just walked right into the meat grinder.
Exactly as Shan Fu planned. The remaining enemy soldiers, they scatter. Liu Bei's forces capture a lot of them.
A complete and utter victory. Liu Bei returns to Xinye, heaps rewards on Shan Fu, praises his troops. Must have felt good.
A masterclass in turning the tables with strategy, even when outnumbered.
Okay, so back at Fencheng, news arrives. Both Lu Kuang and Lu Xiang are dead. Many troops captured. How does Cao Ren take it?
He's stunned. Shocked, you can imagine. His quick, glorious victory turned into a disaster.
And this is where we see that contrast in leadership you mentioned earlier, right? Between Cao Ren and Li Dian.
Exactly. Li Dian steps up. He's the voice of reason here.
Yeah.
He points out, look, these guys died because they underestimated Liu Bei. They were arrogant.
Sounds about right. So what does Li Dian suggest?
The best strategy, according to him. Yobaki, hold the troops. Report back to Cao Cao. Wait for reinforcements. A bigger army. Don't rush into anything else.
That seems very sensible. Pragmatic, learn from the mistake, regroup.
It's classic strategic thinking. Know your enemy, know yourself, as Sun Tzu says. Li Dian recognizes they misjudged Liu Bei and Shan Fu. He's not being scared. He's being smart.
But Cao Ren, he's not having it, is he?
Not at all. He's furious. He wants revenge. Immediately. And this feud must be avenged now.
He dismisses Xinye, calls it a like a tiny, insignificant place.
Yeah, a pellet-sized place.
Yeah.
Complete underestimation again. And he turns on Li Dian, accuses him of being scared, or even worse, disloyal, having second thoughts about serving Cao Cao.
Oof, that's harsh. Attacking his subordinate's loyalty for giving sound advice.
It shows how pride and anger are clouding his judgment. He declares, "Thiesinge, I must capture Liu Bei alive. It's personal now."
So reason goes out the window. It's all about ego and revenge.
Precisely. The danger of letting emotion dictate military strategy. He's ignoring clear warnings, doubling down on his initial underestimation.
And Li Dian, what can he do?
He's forced to go along with it, despite his reservations, reluctantly. So they gather the remaining troops, about 25,000, and cross the river, heading straight for Xinye, again.
Setting up the next confrontation.